SMB Mobile Gaming Natan build in Emblens. Hello everyone and welcome in this another episode of Mobile Legends Hero Tutorial Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we will be covering one of the most unique marksman in the game, which is Natan. What makes Natan a powerful hero in the game is his powerful burst damage and his unique basic attack, which can easily execute enemies within seconds. What are you about to learn in this episodes are comprehensive and concise guide about the skills and abilities of Natan, powerful combos of Natan that will surely devastate your enemy, item build in Emblens, and lastly, tips on how to use Natan properly. I encourage you, my friend, to finish this video till the end because I guarantee you that right after watching this video, your Natan gameplay will never be the same. Without further ado, let the tutorial begin. Skills and abilities. With his passive skill, Natan gives stack each time he or his clone hits enemy with any of his skill. Take note that the more enemies that was hit by his skill, the more stacks Natan will also gain. Each stack grants 15% additional attack speed and 7.5% movement speed. The passive skill can stack up to 6 times and last for 5 seconds. Aside from that, the projectiles of Natan basic attacks will return to Natan after reaching a maximum range, dealing another damage to enemies along the way. And by the way, Natan cannot gain magic penetration from items, therefore Natan cannot benefit from items such as Arcane Shoes and Divine Glaive, but Natan can benefit 100% from physical penetration items. With skill number 1, Natan shoots a defense energy dealing magic damage to enemy along the path. This skill is great to use to gain passive stacks and dealing burst damage to your target. With skill number 2, Natan launches an energy ball which pulls enemies during contact and deals magic damage. The energy ball explodes upon reaching that targeted location, knocking back nearby enemies and deals another magic damage. This is also great to use in interrupting enemy channeling skills. With the ultimate skill, Natan summons a clone that moves to Natan's opposite direction. The ultimate skill is cancelled once the clone is too far from Natan. Right after summoning the clone, the remaining cooldown of Natan's ability is immediately reduced by 50%. If the skill is used again, Natan can instantly switch places, which is reverse clone and reduces the remaining cooldown of Natan's skill by another 50%. The clone inherits 30% of Natan's attack attributes and copies Natan's skill in reverse. Take note that Natan can also gain passive stack if his skill of his clone hits an enemy. By the way, the basic attack of the clone can also trigger critical effects, but also remember that one item effect does work with his clone. Also take note that this clone can reveal enemies that are hiding in bushes. Note that you are already knowledgeable about the skills and abilities of Natan. Let us now dive into his powerful combos. Basically, there are only two types of his combo which I considered essential in actual matches. The first combo I will be showing you is the aggressive type. This combo is capable of bursting down your enemy and also uses the element of surprise. This is how to initiate the combo. First is use your ultimate skill in front of you and in front of your target. Teleport to your clone and instantly cast your Bloody Retribution to gain additional physical attack and magic power. By the way, Retribution is just optional, just in case you are playing Natan as a core hero. And then cast your first and second skill to gain passive stacks. Then finally execute your target by doing your basic attack. Always remember, my friend, that the right way of doing this combo is that Natan and your clone should align with your target so that you will deliver more damage and you also gain more positive stacks. If you are not perfectly aligned with your target, then the skill of your clone may not hit the enemy. And also make sure that the clone doesn't go beyond to your target, because the skill of your clone will not hit your target as well. Also take note that this combo is quite risky because you use your only blink skill, which is your ultimate skill. So make sure to calculate the game. The next combo is a defensive type and suitable to use against melee heroes that are within your range. This is how to initiate the combo. First is cast your ultimate skill behind you. Use your first skill and second skill to deliver burst damage to your target and to gain passive stacks. Then finally, use your basic attack to execute your enemies. You may also teleport to your clone in order for you to maintain a safe distance between you and your target. By the way, this combo is also great to use in killing the turtle or killing the lord. So these are the item builds for Natan that I can recommend. Since Natan uses 70% of his physical attack and only uses 30% of his magic power, then the most item build for Natan is more physical items. Even his first skill also uses more of his physical attack than his magic power. For the boots, I highly recommend the Swift boots since it gives Natan additional attack speed. For the core item, I highly recommend to build the Blade of Despair of early phase 4 to increase your burst capabilities. And then build the Berserker Fury Scarlet Phantom to enhance his critical attack. These items are ideal for Natan because of his and he can activate critical damage, which can help you eliminate your enemy faster. You may also use the Hunter Strike as a substitute for Berserker Fury if you prefer more bursting down enemies to your skill number 1. The next item I can recommend is the Husk Claw to give him more sustainability and so that he can also kill the Lord during the mid game and in the late game. You may also use Demon Hunter Sword, so substitute if your more enemies has high HP. Then Immortality to increase his survivability and to increase his HP and physical defense. Always remember, my friend, that itemization is not absolute and will always vary depending on different situations. Now here is my preferred emblem. Since the skill of Natan doesn't have any slow effect, then I highly recommend the Marksman emblem. With weakness and this talent help you secure a kill, inflicting movement attack slow to the enemy. I also recommend the Assassin emblem that will killing spree talent into his survivability. For the spell, I highly recommend Bloody Retribution if you are playing Natan as a jungler. The Bloody Retribution will help you increase both of your physical attack and magic power. And remember that Natan can benefit from both attributes. Now if you are using Natan as a gold laner, then I highly recommend the Flicker spell, since Natan lacks skip capabilities, because his ultimate skill is part of his combo. Now here are some tricks on how to use Natan properly. This is the most convenient way to kill your read buff. Through his technique, you will be hitting 2 jungle creeps simultaneously. To do this, just lure the red creep in his location. The circle that you are seeing here is in the indicator to where your red buff monster should go. Once the creep is already on the right spot, just step behind in the creep and then use your first, and now you are hitting 2 jungler creeps simultaneously with the help of your faster farming. My next tip is never hesitate to use your ultimate skill on enemy turrets. Through this way, you are destroying enemy turrets faster. Just put your clone in the bush to prepare escape in the case of enemy will try to ambush you. Take advantage of your skills by checking the bush from time to time. You may use your skill number 1 by checking the bush, and your passive stack recharges after using your skill number 1. Then it simply means that an enemy was hit inside the bush, so better stay away from the area to avoid enemy ambush. You can also use your second skill, since it reveals enemies that are hiding in bushes. So before I will end the video, let me give you a valuable quote from Natan. Our perception is our reality. Natan simply tells us that our mind is so powerful that whatever we think of or we perceive, it becomes our reality. If we always think that we can achieve our goal and become successful in our lives someday, then it will surely become our reality in the future. But if we always think negatively, then expect that the failure will come in your way. I hope this message from Natan will give you the right attribute to achieve your goal, both in Mobile Legends and in real life. If you agree with Natan, then give this video a thumbs up.